So we all know that we can leverage Dataverse to store data for our Power Platform solutions. But did you know we can also bring in external data into Dataverse? If we go to New Table and select New Table from External Data, we can use virtual tables to get data from external data sources like SQL Server and SharePoint into Dataverse. So let's connect to SharePoint, for example. We'll select SharePoint, click Next, select our site, and the list that we want to connect to and have show up in Dataverse. So let's select this issue tracker. It will go through and look at that SharePoint list and all of the columns that it has and do a mapping for Dataverse. So now we have our Dataverse table name and all the mappings of the fields. We can click Next and Finish, and that will go through and take our SharePoint list and create a copy of that inside of Dataverse. So this is creating a relationship between the SharePoint list and Dataverse. So you see that it's copied over the current data that we have in our SharePoint list into Dataverse. And now we have this direct relationship. So if I were to go in and add something in the SharePoint list and click Save, this will go and update my Dataverse table automatically for me since we've set up this virtual table relationship. So now when we refresh our table in Dataverse, we'll see that new item added that we can't get into Power Apps. Definitely need to get that one fixed. And the same thing goes if we were to add something in Dataverse. So I'll add this record here in Dataverse. Now if I go over to my SharePoint list and do a refresh, we'll see that data gets carried over into SharePoint. So where is this useful? Well, in this case, if you're using SharePoint to track some of your data and you don't want to move it over completely to Dataverse, but maybe you want to have a model-driven app based off of this data, well, this is a perfect use case for that because now we have an instance of that data inside of Dataverse where we can easily just select create an app and build an app on top of this. So go out and give virtual tables a try and let us know what you think.